Pharaoh Nitocris, the mysterious queen of ancient Egypt. The legend of Nitocris. In the golden sands of ancient Egypt lies the story of Nitocris, a figure shrouded in myth and mystery. Her tale is one of intrigue, revenge, and beauty, elements that have captivated storytellers and historians alike. Nitocris is often considered the first female pharaoh, a ruler who defied the norms of her time and left an indelible mark on the history of the Old Kingdom. However, her existence is a matter of debate, with historical records and legends weaving a complex tapestry around her life and reign. Nitocris is said to have ruled in a period of transition and turmoil, a time when Egypt was struggling with internal strife and external threats. Her story is not just one of royal lineage and power. It is a narrative filled with drama and the supernatural, making her one of the most enigmatic figures in ancient Egyptian history. The rise of Nitocris. Nitocris is believed to have been a member of the 6th dynasty, a period characterized by political instability and the weakening of central authority. The exact details of her rise to power are unclear, but it is widely speculated that she ascended to the throne after the death of her husband or brother, Pharaoh Nitocris II. This was a time when Egypt's grand old kingdom was nearing its end, and the centralized power of the pharaohs was waning. The scant historical records suggest that Nitocris was not originally in line for the throne, but circumstances led her to claim the crown. This was a significant deviation from the norm, as Egyptian society was deeply patriarchal, and the role of pharaoh was traditionally reserved for men. However, Nitocris' ascension might have been a move to stabilize the throne during a period of dynastic turmoil. As with many ancient figures, the lack of contemporaneous records means that much of what we know about Nitocris comes from later sources, often blending history with legend. Her name, meaning Neith is victorious, suggests a connection to the goddess Neith, associated with war and weaving, hinting at a ruler who was both a warrior and a weaver of statecraft. The reign of a queen. The reign of Nitocris is as enigmatic as her ascent. According to the Greek historian Herodotus, Nitocris was not only a queen, but also a brilliant and ruthless ruler. She is credited with completing the 3rd pyramid at Giza, although this attribution is debated among modern scholars. Herodotus paints a picture of a queen who sought vengeance for the murder of her brother, luring his killers to a banquet and then drowning them by flooding the chamber. While this tale of revenge is dramatic and compelling, its historical accuracy is questioned. The story reflects the broader themes of divine retribution and justice that were prevalent in Egyptian culture. Whether fact or fiction, such stories contribute to the aura of mystique surrounding Nitocris, portraying her as a figure who combined cunning with regal authority. Her supposed actions are reminiscent of the Egyptian concept of Ma'at, the idea of order, truth, and justice, which the pharaoh was duty-bound to uphold. Nitocris' alleged revenge could be seen as an act to restore Ma'at, avenging wrongful deeds and re-establishing balance. This narrative aligns her with the ideal of a pharaoh as a protector of order, using her power to punish wrongdoing. Nitocris' legacy in architecture and myth. One of the most enduring aspects of Nitocris' legacy is her association with monumental architecture. The ancient Egyptians believed that the pharaohs were divine beings, and their tombs and temples were built to reflect this belief. Although there is little concrete evidence linking Nitocris to any specific structures, her supposed completion of the 3rd pyramid at Giza suggests a ruler deeply invested in the religious and cultural practices of her time. The pyramids were not merely tombs but also symbols of the pharaoh's divine power and a means to ensure their safe passage to the afterlife. If Nitocris did indeed complete such a monument, it would signify her commitment to these ancient traditions and her desire to solidify her place in history. However, this claim is debated, and some historians argue that she may have been confused with another ruler or that her story was embellished over time. The ambiguity surrounding her architectural contributions highlights a broader issue in Egyptology, the challenge of separating myth from reality. Many ancient records were written long after the events they describe, often mixing factual accounts with symbolic narratives designed to convey moral or religious lessons. Nitocris' story, therefore, serves as a case study in how history can be shaped by cultural and ideological forces. The debate over Nitocris' existence. The very existence of Nitocris is a subject of scholarly debate. The primary sources that mention her are limited and often contradictory. Herodotus, writing many centuries after her supposed reign, is one of the few ancient sources to discuss her, and his accounts are often considered more mythological than historical. This has led some historians to question whether Nitocris was a real person or a legendary figure created by later generations. Egyptian records from the Old Kingdom are sparse, and the absence of substantial evidence in inscriptions and monuments has only fueled speculation. Some suggest that Nitocris might have been a later interpolation into the historical record, a figure created to fill gaps in the lineage of pharaohs during a chaotic period. Others believe that her story might have been conflated with that of another ruler, such as Nitocris, whose name appears in some ancient king lists. The mystery is compounded by the fact that the Old Kingdom's decline was a period of fragmentation and loss, with many records and monuments destroyed or lost to time. The scarcity of evidence from this era has made it challenging to construct a definitive history, leaving much to interpretation and conjecture. Nitocris' story thus becomes a focal point for debates about historical methodology and the nature of ancient historiography, cultural significance, and interpretations. Despite the ambiguity surrounding her life, Nitocris holds a significant place in the cultural imagination. Her story has been interpreted in various ways, reflecting the values and concerns of different times. In ancient Egypt, tales of powerful queens like Nitocris served to reinforce the idea of Ma'at, the divine order and justice. A ruler who punished the wicked and upheld cosmic balance would have been seen as a restorer of Ma'at, regardless of gender. In later periods, particularly during the Ptolemaic and Roman eras, Nitocris' story was revisited and reinterpreted. She became a symbol of the exotic and mysterious East, embodying both the allure and the dangers of ancient Egyptian civilization. These interpretations often emphasized her beauty and cunning, playing into contemporary stereotypes about powerful women. The narrative of Nitocris as a vengeful and astute ruler also speaks to the ancient Egyptian fascination with the interplay between fate and agency. The Egyptians believed in the concept of destiny, but also valued the role of human action in shaping one's fate. Nitocris' story, whether seen as an act of divine justice or personal revenge, reflects this duality, showcasing the complexities of moral and ethical judgments in ancient Egyptian thought. The role of women in ancient Egypt. Nitocris' tale, whether myth or reality, highlights the complex role of women in ancient Egyptian society. While Egypt was a patriarchal society, it allowed for some degree of female participation in governance and religion. Women could own property, initiate divorce, and in rare cases, ascend to the highest ranks of power. The figure of the female pharaoh, though exceptional, was not entirely without precedent. Queens and royal women often played crucial roles as regents, advisors, and religious leaders. Hatshepsut, who ruled much later during the New Kingdom, is perhaps the most famous example of a female pharaoh, and her reign is well documented compared to Nitocris. The presence of these powerful women challenges the notion that ancient Egypt was entirely male-dominated and suggests a more nuanced understanding of gender roles in the ancient world. The rarity of female pharaohs like Nitocris and Hatshepsut also underlies the extraordinary nature of their achievements. In a society where political power was typically the domain of men, these women managed to ascend to the throne, often under challenging circumstances. Their reigns were periods of significant cultural and political development, demonstrating that leadership in ancient Egypt was not strictly defined by gender. Nitocris in popular culture. Nitocris' enigmatic legacy has found its way into modern popular culture, inspiring novels, movies, and even video games. Her story, with its elements of mystery, vengeance, and supernatural intervention, offers rich material for storytelling. In literature, Nitocris has been portrayed as everything from a tragic heroine to a vengeful sorceress, each version adding new layers to her myth. This fascination with Nitocris reflects a broader cultural interest in ancient Egypt, a civilization that continues to captivate the modern imagination with its monumental architecture, elaborate rituals, and enigmatic hieroglyphs. The story of Nitocris serves as a reminder of the power of myth and the ways in which historical figures can be reinterpreted and repurposed over time. In popular media, Nitocris often embodies themes of mystery and the supernatural, tapping into the enduring allure of Egypt as a land of secrets and ancient wisdom. These portrayals, while sometimes historically inaccurate, contribute to a broader cultural narrative that celebrates the mystique and grandeur of the ancient world. They also highlight the ways in which historical figures are adapted to suit contemporary tastes and sensibilities, revealing as much about modern culture as they do about the past. Anecdotes and speculations. While concrete details about Nitocris' life are elusive, various anecdotes and speculative narratives have emerged over the centuries. One story suggests that Nitocris was deeply interested in the sciences and arts, patronizing scholars and artisans at her court. This portrayal aligns with the ideal of the pharaoh as a cultured and enlightened ruler, a guardian of knowledge and tradition. Another anecdote describes Nitocris as a master of diplomacy, skillfully navigating the complex political landscape of her time. She is said to have forged alliances with powerful nomarchs, regional governors, thereby strengthening her position and ensuring the stability of her reign. Such stories, though likely apocryphal, highlight the qualities of leadership and intelligence often attributed to Nitocris. Speculations about Nitocris also extend to her personal life, with some stories suggesting romantic intrigues and courtly dramas. These narratives often reflect the timeless human fascination with the private lives of the powerful, blending historical speculation with elements of fiction and fantasy. Such stories serve to humanize Nitocris, presenting her not only as a ruler but also as a figure of personal complexity and emotional depth. The enduring enigma. The story of Nitocris is a compelling blend of fact, fiction, and speculation, a narrative that continues to evolve as new discoveries are made. Whether she was a real historical figure or a creation of later storytellers, Nitocris embodies the allure of ancient Egypt, a land where history and mythology intertwine in fascinating ways. For modern audiences, Nitocris represents more than just an ancient ruler. She is a symbol of the mysterious and the unknown. Her story invites us to question our assumptions about history, gender, and power, challenging us to look beyond the surface and seek deeper truths. As archaeologists and historians continue to explore the sands of Egypt, the mystery of Nitocris remains a tantalizing puzzle, one that may never be fully solved but will always intrigue and inspire. The ongoing fascination with Nitocris also speaks to a broader cultural yearning for connection with the past. In a world where so much is uncertain, the enduring mysteries of figures like Nitocris offer a sense of continuity and wonder, reminding us of the vast and intricate tapestry of human history. Her story, whether viewed as history or legend, serves as a bridge between the ancient and modern worlds, a testament to the enduring power of storytelling. Nitocris' place in history. In the end, the legend of Nitocris serves as a testament to the enduring power of storytelling. Whether as a historical figure or a mythical construct, Nitocris has captured the imagination of people across millennia. Her tale is a reminder that history is not just a collection of facts and dates, but a living narrative shaped by those who tell it. As we continue to uncover the secrets of ancient Egypt, Nitocris will undoubtedly remain a figure of fascination and debate. Her story, like the sands of the Nile, is ever-shifting, revealing new facets with each turn. In this way, Nitocris has achieved a kind of immortality, forever enshrined in the annals of history and the collective imagination of humankind. Conclusion. Reflections on Nitocris' legacy. Nitocris, the enigmatic queen of ancient Egypt, is a figure who defies easy categorization. Her story, whether based on fact or myth, reflects the complexities of power, gender, and memory in the ancient world. Through her, we glimpse the intricate tapestry of Egyptian society, with its rich traditions, complex politics, and enduring quest for immortality. In contemplating Nitocris' legacy, we are reminded of the transient nature of power and the lasting impact of cultural memory. Her tale, woven from the threads of history and legend, continues to inspire and provoke, inviting us to explore the mysteries of the past and the stories that define our understanding of the world. As we look to the future, the legend of Nitocris will remain a poignant reminder of the enduring allure of ancient Egypt and the timeless quest for knowledge and truth. The story of Nitocris challenges us to think critically about the nature of historical evidence and the ways in which narratives are constructed and preserved. It encourages a deeper exploration of the intersections between myth and history, revealing the complexities and contradictions that define our understanding of the past. Through the lens of Nitocris' enigmatic life, we are invited to consider broader questions about identity, power, and the human desire for legacy and remembrance. Ultimately, Nitocris represents more than just a ruler of ancient Egypt. She embodies the enduring human fascination with the past and the stories we tell to make sense of our place in the world. Her legacy, whether viewed as historical fact or cultural myth, continues to resonate across time, reminding us of the rich and multifaceted nature of human history. As we continue to uncover the mysteries of the ancient world, Nitocris' story will undoubtedly inspire new generations to explore, discover, and wonder at the endless possibilities of the past.